I think the first time I got that call, like, hey, would you like to have a meal with Billy Crystal? You're sort of like, yes. Which was different than when I got the call, do you want to have a meal with The Rock? Because then I was like, how did he get my phone number?
A little fewer carbohydrates
like,
in that meal with The Rock.
God, he's going to be so judgmental when I eat.
Bette Midler stars in the new comedy Parental Guidance. This is one of the strangest pieces of movie marketing I've ever seen. I've got the director of the movie. Let's just shut up, Bet here. I got the director of the movie, Andy Fickman, joining me.
Woohoo!
Here she is paired with Billy Crystal. The two of them don't often work much anymore.
Not even don't often work much. They've never worked together.
Artie, we practically never see our grandchildren. We've never seen their new house.
I'm not going.
You're going.
That's what I meant.
So how'd you convince them both to sign on for Parental Guidance? A little blackmail or what?
A lot of blackmail. When Billy and I were talking initially, we started talking about who would be the right person to bring into the mix, and Bette was the top of our list. And I had worked in development with Bette Midler years ago at All Girl Productions. I was the all boy at All Girl, if you're connecting the dots. And
wow.
I was an executive on Hocus Pocus and on Gypsy, and so she had been my boss. And so there was that nervous moment of, can you go from having your boss be your boss to being the person yelling action and cut?
Well, I was going to ask you, when you have screen legends like Billy Crystal and Bette Midler in your movie, and you're the guy behind the camera, how do you direct them? Do you approach them a little differently than, say, maybe some of the other stars you've worked with over the years?
Everyone gets a roofie in their sippy cup. And once that happens, you just manipulate their arms and put stuff in their mouth. But I would be at Video Village, like your setup, and I'd be over there watching, and I'd be looking in the camera, and everything would be great. And all of a sudden, Bette would be on set acting, and Bette would be working with Billy, and Bette would be like, no, and cut! And then I'd be like,
The Rock worked the same way on Witch Mountain, right?
He to this day doesn't actually know how to say the word cut or spell cut.
We're just going to stick with that direction.
And he knows that. I worked with him. I convinced him it's a hard Q sound.
So Bette Midler's doing a scene and she just yells cut?
Yells her own cut, and I had to go over and say, Bette, you get to act and do everything. Seeing like Wind Beneath My Wings. You do it all. I have two things I get to do on the set. Action and cut. I'd love to do both of them. And she would be great, and she's like, oh, I didn't know if you knew we were done with the scene. I didn't know if you, and every once in a while, she did a few more times, and Billy would be acting with her, and all of a sudden you just see the slow take to the lens, and Billy would be looking at me, and she would be like, did he hear me? I yelled cut.
You know, obviously you're a guy who grew up on movies, watching movies. What are your earliest memories of Billy Crystal and Bette Midler? Some of your all-time favorite performances?
Growing up on Billy, first Soap. I mean, watching Billy on Soap, I just remembered he was great. Watching him on Saturday Night Live, Fernando, like all of that stuff was great. But when Harry Met Sally, City Slickers, the Analyze movies,
Mr. Saturday
Night, like, these are movies that to me are real classic films. And then when you take Bette's classic movies, pretty much Bette built Touchstone. When you think about Down and Out in Beverly Hills and Ruthless People and Big Business, Outrageous Fortune, Beaches, you put all those movies together, you were working with two legends.
Well, this is a very crowded Christmas season at the box office. You're going up against The Hobbit and Django Unchained and Les Mis. Why should audiences give Parental Guidance a chance?
I think what's great about coming out at Christmas is there's something for everybody. We are a family film. I think I'm going to be in line to see all of those movies. But thankfully with the Christmas holiday, it's not so much about, whether or not you won over a 2-day period or 3-day reporting period. It's really, did you find something that audiences came to? And I think that one thing we can guarantee is there's something for everybody in the movie. And it's not watered down. It's just really emotional and fun and funny. And on the holidays, this is what we relate to.
You and I have done this song and dance a few times over the years, and I always know you've got 3 or 4 things that you're working on besides the thing you're promoting. So what's next for you?
We're actually a couple of big announcements just getting ready to happen as soon as we get through this movie. But
are you giving me the Hollywood answer?
I'm giving you the Hollywood answer
I'm developing some really interesting projects.
I'll tell you what I will say though, because I love YouTube. I love that we have a show on YouTube, Internet Icon, with Ryan Higa that was a huge hit first season. We are getting ready to launch season 2, and I will be in production on that in literally weeks.
Oh, nice. All right, well, you can check out season 1 just by clicking right above Andy's head. Just click right there. You can check out what he's doing on YouTube, and be sure to check out Parental Guidance when it's in theaters this Christmas. Always good to see you, my
Always
man.
good to see you, my
Thanks,
friend.
dude.
Hey, kids, stay off drugs. Or
Where's this
or
going?
I don't know.
Just
Be for
stop.
madness.
Just stop. Just
Go
end it.
Obama.
Make it stop.
Okay.
After watching Greg Benson's movie review, JB Smoove and Garfield give their take on the great length of The Great Gatsby. Uncle Al and Jack review the Bullet to the Head trailer and then dispute Sly Stallone's status as an American icon and aging action hero. Jesse Miller crashes the red carpet premiere of Delhi Safari to get the inside scoop on The Hobbit. The Pillow of Death. Crackoon. Want more? Check out Gray Drake's 50 best movie titles of all time. Ben Lyons dishes on The Hobbit Part 1, as well as Matthew McConaughey's dramatic weight loss, and parental guidance director Andy Fickman stops by. Devin Faraci sits down for a drink with a panel of geeks to explore the origins of the fake geek girl. Get your film fix. Subscribe to CineFix.